Hello and welcome. I'm Jenna, your green guru. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you are subscribed. Today we are doing 108 sun salutations to celebrate the welcoming of winter. So if you've never done this before, today's set is going to be broken up a little bit differently than some of my previous videos. Today we are going to do 9 rounds, 12 repetitions of our sun salutation. So that math altogether will add up to be 108 rounds of the sun salutation, which has some spiritual and mathematical significance. If you would like to learn more about this, there is a link attached in the channel, so you can get a little bit more interesting information about that. But for today, we're going to count these out. I will be here to guide this practice. So all you need is yourself, a little bit of strength, your breath, and your yoga mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, just make sure you're on a stable surface where you're not slipping and you can join in and do these along. Okay? So, whenever you're ready, go ahead and hit pause at any time. Grab whatever you need to get set up and situated, and I'll see you at the top of your mat. So once you've found the most comfortable spot at the top of your mat, let's start in a nice tall mountain pose. So this could be feet right together, spread a little bit more naturally apart. Anything that gives you some nice strong support so you feel that that earth has got you and that line of energy travels right up through the body, from the tips of your toes through the crown of your head. Once you've got this steady, stable state of balance, it's a great time to deepen the breath and build the awareness into the breath, because this breath is going to support this entire practice. Inhaling through the nose if it's available, and exhaling gently also out of the nose if it's available to you. Keep going with the pace of your breath, feeling each inhale lengthen a little bit more as you stand tall, rooting down into your mat. If we don't start our practice with awareness, how can we continue our practice with awareness? So as this deeper breath becomes to feel more natural, we will begin with our sun salutations. So on an inhale, we reach the arms up, meeting overhead. Perhaps gaze follows the hands. We exhale, gently folding at the waist. Fingertips do not have to reach the mat. We let that exhale go. We take an inhale, extending the spine to a flat back. Exhale, let that breath go into a fold. We inhale, plant the hands beside the feet. Step the feet back to a high plank. And exhale, lower the knees, the chest, and the chin. Inhaling, pulling the body through, lowering the hips. Elbows come behind, chin comes up for cobra. Exhale, curl the toes, pushing over the knees through a child's pose or tabletop. And from there, sending the hips into that downward facing dog. One breath here. And on the release of that breath, exhale, return the feet with some gentle steps to the top of the mat. Finding yourself in that forward fold once again. Inhale to a half lift, flat back. Exhale, folding it over. Inhale, root through the toes. Inhale, reach and rise. Palms meet overhead, gaze follows, and exhale, returning. that was a very slowed down version. And we can take this variety of Surya Namaskar over and over until we get that 108. As we go through these sets, you'll see I'll be taking a different approach as we get warmed up, and you'll see some other options, but your best option is this variety of sun salutation. It will offer the most safety, support, and stability for your entire body as we go through these repetitive movements. So that was set number 1. On to number 2. Inhale, reach the arms up and sweep. Exhale, folding at the waist. Inhale, half lift, exhale into the folds. Inhale, deep breath in, plant the hands, send the feet back. Exhale, lower, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, pull yourself into baby cobra. Exhale, support through the toes, knees, hands, send the hips up to down dog. One breath here on that exhale. Find the top of your mat in that forward fold. Let that breath go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, root. Strong reach and sweep. Exhale, return to mountain. Number 3. Inhale, reach up. Rise, exhale, fold it down. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands, send the feet back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, small back bend. Exhale, strong downward dog, getting warmed up. Inhale up to the top of the mat. Exhale, make your way there. Fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach, rise. Exhale, Tadasana. 4. Inhale it up to a reach. Exhale, down to the fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, send the toes back. Strong plank, knees, chest, chin on that exhale. Strong inhale into the chest. Cobra. Exhale. Let it all go. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, step your way there into that fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root the feet, rise the arms, palms meet overhead. Exhale, back to mountain. 5. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold at the waist. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Keep the knees bent on the forward folds if it's more helpful to the lower back. We inhale, plant the hands firmly, preparing to send those feet back on the exhale, and knees, chest, chin. Beautiful. Inhale into that cobra. Exhale, push through the fingertips, rolling back over the knees and sending the hips up gently to the sky, downward facing dog. One breath here and up to the top of the mat we go on the exhale, into that nice fold, getting warmed up. Inhale, take that half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, root through the toes and heels. Reach those palms up and exhale them, return to mountain. 6. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, the toes back. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, fresh breath. Exhale. Release into down dog. Nice breath here. Big inhale into the belly. Look to the top of your mat. Exhale as the feet meet the hands. And fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, reach, sweep. Exhale, Tadasana. 7. Inhale up. Exhale, folds. Inhale, half lift, looking slightly forward. Exhale, fold it down, looking at the knees. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, send the feet back. Nice strong plank. Exhale, control that lower. Inhale, that back bend. Exhale, control. Strength into downward dog. Nice deep breath into the belly and exhale, step the feet back up between the hands. Take that fold, inhale, flat back, exhale, full fold. Inhale, strength all the way up to the fingertips. Strong mountain. 8. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold at the waist. Inhale to that half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Send those toes back. Lower the knees, chest, chin on that exhale. Fresh breath into the back bend. Exhale, release into downward facing dog. Inhale into the ribs. Exhale, step those feet to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, Tadasana. 9. Inhale it up. Exhale, lower and fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Feel that back loosening up. Inhale, plant those hands firm. Exhale, send the feet back and lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, rolling back over the knees. Strong hips up to down dog. Supporting through the belly always. One deep breath here and on the exhale. Step the feet to the top of the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, reach, root, rise. Fingers maybe meet overhead and we exhale. Tadasana. Feel the heat building in your body. Here goes number 10. Inhale, reach and sweep. Exhale, fold at the waist. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, toes back, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, fresh breath. Exhale, feet to the top of the mat into the forward folds. Half lift, fold. Inhale, reach up, sweep up. Exhale, Tadasana. 11. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, back and lower. Inhale the cobra. Exhale, send yourself up into downward facing dog. Nice big inhale. Exhale. Feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale. Tadasana. 12. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, release them to the mat. half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, feet back, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice big inhale. Exhale, send those feet to the top of the mat. And fold. Inhale, half lift to reset the breath. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, strongest reach and rise yet. As we close out this round. And exhale. Let it all go as we return to Tadasana. So take a moment here. Go ahead and pause. Grab a drink. If you'd like to just wait until the next set starts, go ahead. Give yourself as much time as you need. And we'll see you for the next set. Let's keep going. So we'll do another 12 rounds, picking up the pace a little bit this time. And remember, nice deep breaths. Inhale up, exhale down, but by all means, breathe in a way that is going to work for you to continue to support this movement. So back to the top of our mats. Nice strong mountain the way that we started, and we inhale, reach the arms up, exhale, folding at the waist. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or take your Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into that cobra. If you're feeling it in the lower back, you can go a little higher. Take that up dog. Exhale into that downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root, reach and sweep. Exhale, Tadasana. 2. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, prepare the hands. Exhale, feet back. Lower. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, strong down dog. Deep breath into the belly. Exhale, feet find the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. Strong legs below. Exhale it to mountain. Make sure you're strong, you're centered, you are grounded every step of the way. So number 3. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, feet go back. We lower. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, bring the feet there. Fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale them back down to the sides to mountain. 4. Inhale it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale. Toes go back. We lower. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Inhale into the belly, exhale, send the feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up and rise. Strong everything. Exhale, Tadasana. 5. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, toes back, lower. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, your downward facing dog. Inhale, find the top of your mat. Fold, release the breath. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, long tall spine in the reach, and exhale, reset to mountain. 6. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, toes back and lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, find your way there and fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root through the feet. Raise the arms up overhead and exhale them to mountain. 7. Deep inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, feet back. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, use the belly to pull the hips up to down dog. Nice inhale and exhale. Feet come to the top of the mat to that forward fold. Inhale, that half lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root through the toes and heels. Raise the arms up. Exhale, reset in mountain. 8. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale. Feet go back. We lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, strong abs, raise the hips to the down dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Feet find the hands and fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, strong legs, reach arms up. Exhale. Tadasana. 9. Inhale, reach up, exhale, fold. Feeling the body heat build here. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands, exhale. Send your feet back and lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, find the top of your mat on the exhale and fold it there. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, exhale, mountain. 10. Inhale, reach, exhale, fold. Inhale, half, exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands, exhale, feet go back and lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, find the top of your mat and fold. Half lift, fold. Inhale, strong, reach up. Exhale, Tadasana. Eleven. Inhale it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale to the top of the mat. Folding. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folds and soften. Inhale, strengthen and rise. Exhale, mountain. 12. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, send the feet back and lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, send the feet there. Hold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Strong toes and heels as we rise up. Inhale deep. Meet the palms. Exhale. Tadasana. So take a moment to pause here. Feel this heat that we've built into the body. So take as long as you'd like and meet me back at the top of your mat for the next round. Let's keep going. So mountain. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding down at the waist. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, send the feet back to plank. Chaturanga down. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, top of your mat. Exhale, feet get there. Fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up and return to mountain. 2. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, feet back and lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, strong downward dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, feet get there. Fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Tadasana. 3. Inhale. Exhale, folds. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, folds. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale to the top of the mat. Fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach and sweep. Exhale, Tadasana. Building heat, building fire, building this moving meditation. 4. Inhale it up. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, feet back, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Make your way there. Fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Reach the arms up. Exhale, Tadasana. 5. You know what you're doing now. Half. Fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, send those feet back and lower. Inhale, back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, get those feet up there and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Palms meet overhead. And exhale, Tadasana. 6. Inhale up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, send those toes back and lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, top of the mat, folding there. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root through the feet. Nice breath into the belly and exhale it all out as you reset in mountain. Beautiful. You're doing great. Let's keep going. 7. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, half. Exhale, lower. Inhale, plant. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale into the down dog. Inhale, look up. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, Tadasana. 8. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Feet find the top of the mat. Fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Reach up, sweep up. Exhale. Mountain. 9. Inhale. Supporting under the belly. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, feet to the top of the mat. Fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, return to Tadasana. 9. Inhale, reach and sweep. Exhale, folding at the waist. Everything's strong and soft. Half lift, fold. Inhale, plant those hands. Back strong and soft as we lower. Up dog or cobra, strong and soft as we back bend. And supportive all through the body. We push back into downward facing dog. Supporting with our breath as we exhale. We find the top of the mat. Fold. Take that half lift. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Collect the breath into a strong rise. Exhale. Mountain. 10. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold it all down. Inhale, half. Exhale, Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, lower. Inhale, your back bent. Exhale, your downward facing dog. Inhale, deep breath in the belly. Exhale. Find the top of your mat and fold. Half lift. Exhale, fold it all out. Inhale. Fresh energy rises. Exhale. Reset in mountain. 11. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms lower. Inhale, chin rises. Exhale, chin lowers. Inhale, hands plant. Exhale, body lowers. Inhale, chest rises. Exhale, chest lowers, hips rise, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Top of the mat. Fold. Inhale, lengthen the back. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale. Tadasana. Number 12. Inhale, strong breath up. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, half lift flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, lower the body. Inhale, rise the chest. Exhale, chest down, hips up. Breathe. Nice deep breath into the belly, and on that release, find the top of your mat. Nice forward fold, letting it all go here. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach through the feet. Rising the arms overhead. Last one, exhale. Tadasana. Take a moment. Take a pause. Let's continue. So for the next several sets of this, what I will do is just count out the beginning of each round from 1 to 12, so that way we know we've done this section. We've had the first 3 rounds to practice all together, our inhales, our exhales, and combining the movements with the breaths. So now we're just going to continue to move through these. So this is where we get into a little bit more of the moving meditation portion of this practice. So just trust yourself, trust your breath, trust your movement, and let's get through our next beautiful 12 Surya Namaskar. Tall in mountain, number 1. Remembering to root and rise through the toes when we come up from those forward folds. And keep that nice, strong, straight line of energy from heel to the top of the head. 2. Three. Combine our inhales on the upward motions, exhales on folds or downward movements. Top of the mat, fold it in. Strong feet, strong waist, strong fingertips. Strong, stable mountain. 3. 4. 5. Strong breaths into the belly. If Ujjayi Pranayama is a part of your practice, of course, engage that throat lock at any time. Whether you need to build heat or release heat. 5. 'Top of the mat we go, folding it in. Inhaling fresh strength. Exhale, reset, mountain. 6. 'Top of the mat. 7. And fold. Plants the lower. Back bend. Down dog. 8. 'Keep breathing deeply into that belly, every movement. 9. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Keep that rhythm going. Your breath, your body, your practice. Ten. Breathing deep, breathing with intention. 11. 10. hold, plant, lower. Deep breaths in, strong breaths out. And that makes 12 rounds. Take a pause and we'll continue. And we continue. This is our 5th set of 12 rounds. So once we're halfway through this set, that puts us to the halfway point of 108. So you're doing awesome. Well, let's keep the awesomeness going. Tall and mountain. 1. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Lower and rise. Downward dog for a breath. Forward fold at the top. Two. 3. 4. Feet back and lower. Always taking your variety. Changing it up along the way if something's not working, something's not feeling great. Change it up so it feels better. 5. Feeling that fire building within. Using that breath to keep it going. 6. Lower with control every time. Proud chest on your back bent. High tailbone, downward facing dog. Reach up from your fold. Return to your strong mountain. 7. Move down through the fingers and toes in downward facing dog. strong inhales as we rise, centering in mountain. 8. Downward dog. Top of the mat, gentle folds. 9. Keep the toes and heels rooted strong into your mat anytime we return to this mountain pose. 10. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Lower it down. Take your back bends. Downward facing dog. Tadasana. 10. Downward facing. Top of your mat, fold. 11. 'Hold it in. Rise it all up. Mountain. 12. 'We pause and we continue. Yay, we're past the halfway point, so let's continue. We're into our 6th set of 12 rounds. So here we go. We'll just count at the beginning of every single rep. Take these as powered up or as powered down as you like. And in no time, we'll be done another 12. 1. 2. Keep it moving. Keep that energy flowing. Build that fire from within. You're doing great. 3. 4. Fold. Rise up. mountain. 4. 5. 6. 'Remembering to try to match the inhales with upward movements, exhales with folds. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we lower the hands to the sides. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 'Inhale to reset. Exhale, release it all down. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, downward dog. Just take a moment here in Tadasana. Feel the heat. Feel your breath. Maybe your heart beating in your chest. A brief reset, and we'll continue. So, we have completed 6 sets of 12 rounds of sun salutations, and now we're in the final stretch. So 3 more sets to do. So we're into set number 7, And here we go. You're doing amazing. If you've made it this far, if you're hitting pause and coming back to it another day, awesome. I'm just so glad that we're doing this. Top of the mat, we know what we're doing now. We're pros. Inhale, reach the arms up. Follow with the gaze. Exhale, dive it down and fold. Inhale, here we go. Reset. Send those feet back anyway and lower. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, your downward facing dog. Nice deep breath. Get ready. Get to the top of your mat. Hold it there. Inhale, reach it all up. Exhale, Tadasana. 2. Step her up to the top of your mat. Take your choice every round. It doesn't have to be the same choice every time. 3. 4. 'Dog to the top of your mat. Hold it there for a moment. Root and rise. Mountain. 5. 'Exhale into that downward facing dog. 6. Dive it down. Gentle fold. Inhale, prepare. Back and lower. 7. 'Notice how your downward dogs are feeling, how these back bends are opening up. Giving your butt some energy to jump back and jump up to the top of the mat. Maybe we're good to just take these nice and easy and smooth. Tons of support. Finding that sense of ease while we continue to build this heat. 8. 8 is great. 9. 'Lower, nice and smooth, rise and nice and strong. Downward facing dog. 10. 9. 11. 12. 'Enjoy this release of breath coming into Tadasana. We'll take a moment and continue on. So this brings us into our 8th set. You know what we're doing. 12 rounds, Surya Namaskar. Inhale up for 1. Hold. Inhale, set up the breath. Exhale and lower. Inhale, back bend. Smooth exhale into your downward facing dog. Inhale, reset. Exhale, top of the mat. Rise up. Release to mountain. 2. 3. You're doing amazing. 4. 'And every time we come back to the top of the mat, we reset and we repeat. 5. 6. 7. 1 fold. Up we go. Tadasana. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Let's reach it up. Fold it down. Inhale. Plant the hands. Lower. Inhale. Back bend. Exhale. Push through the fingers and toes. Hips up. Down dog. Nice deep breath. Exhale it. Top of the mat. Let that fold, release it all out. Inhale, reach and rise, palms meet, passing through heart center. Return to your mountain, stable and strong, full of so much strength that you've built for yourself. Pause here, and we'll be back for the last set. So excited, this is our last set of 12, so this makes the 9th set. We're going to do the 12 Surya Namaskar, and that will make 108 sun salutations. So however you split them up, however many days or minutes or hours it took to get them done, awesome job. So let's finish up. Take these as powered up or as powered down or moderately, as you would like. As always, respect your body, respect your breath. Let's continue. Inhale it up for 1. Exhale it down. If you feel like taking a crow before you go back, I like to keep it within about a breath. Little extra challenge for these last few, you do you. 2. Inhale it up. Exhale. Inhale, half lift or lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Chaturanga. Inhale your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Readjust the feet and hands as needed. Things have shifted around. Up to the top of your mat. When you are ready, fold it in. Really try to feel all of this beautiful energy that you've moved through your body up to this point. And we'll continue to do so. Each inhale, 3, fold. Top of the mat. Strong legs as we reach the arms. Up we go. Fold it down. Set it up if you're floating. Control that breath on the lower. Inhale it up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Find that top of the mat. Fold it in. Root and reach. Exhale, mountain. 5. Reach. Fold. Fly if you're flying. Lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. Fold up the top of your mat. Strong legs, strong arms as we reach. Exhale. Reset mountain. So what you may notice is if you are powering up a little bit or taking some arm balances, it is going to challenge your breath a little bit more. So, we're ready to keep going. Let's hit number 6 of this set. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Readjust the hands and feet here briefly. Up to the top. Fold. Inhale, reach up. Hands return to mountain. 7. Inhale, lift. Balance if you're balancing. Lower. Downward facing dog. Nice strong breaths. Walk, step, rock to the top of your mat. Fold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, mountain. 7. Inhale, half lift, flat back, exhale. Shoot back and lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Other back bend of choice. Rolling it back into your down dog. Top of the mat. And we reach, rooting through the feet, strong rise up. Long back, long belly. Exhale to mountain. 8. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we take our float or balance. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, set up your back bend. Exhale, smooth through to down dog. Inhale, top of the mat, fold it in. Inhale, reach up, sweep up, exhale. Mountain. 9. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, prepare your half lift or arm balance. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Make your way there. Anyway, anyhow. Beautiful fold at the top, nice and soft. Now we find that strength. Root, reach, rise. Return to mat. 10. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, balance. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, top of the mat. Hold it here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, return. 11. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find that balance or half lift. Exhale, lower it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, palms come through heart center and to mat. 12. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, strongest back bend yet. Exhale, we'll take some time in this last downward dog. Really feel the difference between this one and the first one that we did. Add another breath to this one here, beautiful. And on that exhale, feet to the top of your mat. Fold it and let it all out. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, gentle fold. Inhale, drive into the heels and toes. All the strength comes up through the fingertips. Reach, reach, reach. And we exhale, let it all go to heart center and back to mountain. So this makes 108. From here, we can take some time in a simple seated position and just allow the energies of the body to settle. If you, like myself, enjoy a nice shavasana, this may be a nice opportunity to grab some warm layers and just lay flat out and truly just relax in your shavasana for as long as you would like, at least 5 minutes or so. But if you just choose to just sit, take it easy, and just allow your energy to recirculate itself. This was a lot of hard work. You did amazing. Thank you so much for joining in and keeping up with this video. So as you see here on my channel, there will be one of these for every season. And if you're looking for more beginner-friendly or intro to yoga style of classes, keep checking my channel. There's going to be some different chair fitness, some chair yoga, and some easier and more yin and restorative style flows, sort of to help us get through these boring and typically dreary winter days. So once again, I thank you so much for joining in this very special practice today. From me to you, I wish you health, wellness, happiness, and peace always. Namaste.